Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Sal Warner. How you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's having a fabulous morning, fabulous afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before I start though, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to smash a like. It's very, very important, of course, for the channel. If you guys could just push the channel forward in regards to likes, subscribers. It all helps, guys. It does all help. Absolutely delighted to be with you this morning. Of course, early in the morning for some it's in the afternoon, wherever you are in the world. But I'm glad you are all here with me. Absolutely delighted you're here with me, guys. Now, let's get straight into it. All the nitty gritty. There's been a lot of media outcry in regards to the Manchester United signings this week. Of course, Mazraoui and Ligt look likely to be announced today. But the problem is that the media are really laying on Ligt and Mazraoui, and some of the rival fans are really laying on these players, saying, "Oh, they're not good enough. Oh, they're Spurs signings. Oh, you know what? The day will be the day is when the day comes. Good morning, Sniper Man. Is when they start complimenting Man United. At the end of the day, I expect it from the media. When the media start this frenzy against Man United signings, against Man United, that's when you know we're winning. Because at the end of the day, all they can talk about is who we're signing. Excuse me, last time I checked, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham haven't signed anyone brilliant. Tottenham have signed Solanke for 65 million. What are you talking about? These people are absolute nuts. All they do is talk about Man United and that's it. Big up, Sniper Man. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. How you doing? I hope Ligt and Mazraoui don't get angry with the media. The media, they're all there. As soon as it's there, they're ready. They're ready. Before the signing's even done, they're criticising the player. It's absolutely madness, isn't it? When you think about it, the guy hasn't even officially been announced, and they're actually criticising the player. It's madness when you think about it. You can sense the jealousy. You can sense it. They just don't like Man United and they hate us. And when they start criticising signings, etc., this is just the beginning, by the way. Man United not finished their business at the end of the day. They say, oh, look, Ligt and Mazraoui is a Spurs signing. Oh, so Euro was a Spurs signing. Xerxes was a Spurs signing as well. Come on, guys. Euro rejected Real Madrid to come to Manchester United. What are you guys talking about? You guys are absolute nuts. You don't know what you're talking about and you're just hating. And the day they start complimenting United is the day I'll start worrying, because at the end of the day, they want us to fail. So why are they going to compliment our signings? They're reassuring themselves, hoping that they fail, pretending that these players are bad players so that they put pressure on those players and they foul at Man United. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. At the end of the day, hate on. Let them hate on. This is what it's always been like. The media are constantly following him and Mazraoui. Yeah, they're following him everywhere. They want to put our players under pressure. Morning, Chow. How you doing, my friend? Morning. I hope you're well. They talk nonsense because United have ruined. Yeah, we ruined their childhood. We're ruining their life. They hate us, and it's resonated throughout their life. They're never going to forgive us for the pain that we put them through their childhood at the end of the day. They're never going to forgive us. Graham Souness is on there sweating like a pig, talking about Man United, trying to reassure himself that Ligt and Mazraoui are bad signings. They're poor signings. Oh, they're not good enough. He called Ligt weak. Can you believe that? He called Ligt weak. Is this guy absolutely mad or what? Ligt weak. Have you seen that guy? Are you mad? He's absolutely. These Liverpool fans, honest to God, they need to concentrate on actually signing someone. You know, then actually come talk to us. And then I got Arsenal fans on me talking about, oh, they're Spurs signings. Mate, who have you signed? Who have Arsenal signed? Come on. You're talking about Spurs signings. Your signings are bloody Southampton signings, mate. I don't even go there at the end of the day, mate. Because, yeah, sore losers. Actually, because he's a sore scouser. Exactly, definitely, he's a sore scouser. Yeah, and at the end of the day, look, these people, these media outlets, they're going to criticise Man United no matter what we do. If we won the treble, they're trying to find a way to dampen that down. Exactly. They didn't get their way last season. They tried tooth and nail to sack Erik Ten Hag, of course. We all know they did. And they didn't get their way. Ten Hag schooled Pep Guardiola in the FA Cup final. And there you go. Do you know what I'm saying? Good morning, Stephanie. How you doing? Good to see you again. Big up the Breaking Dawners. You are the Breaking Dawners, every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are the early birds. Early bird catches the worm, as they say. Good morning, Philippe. How you doing, my friend? Philippe Ramburn. It's tradition. Man United players should thrive on criticism. Most of those pundits take the easy way out, just criticise the players and managers, especially Man United players and Man United signings. At the end of the day, it's not that they think these players are bad players. If Manchester City signed Ligt, they'll be all over it, saying, what a signing, 25 years old, experienced Dutch international, played over 200 games at the top level, won the player of the season twice at Juventus and Bayern Munich. What a player, what a signing. That's what they'll be doing in the media right now. If they sign it, what a deal, 50 million for Mazraoui and Ligt. That's what they'll be doing right now. Good morning, Sonny. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you here again. I hope you're well. I hope you're not working too hard, my guy. Yes, Sniperman, don't say anything about the Community Shield, please. I still remember the pen. Don't worry about the penalty shootout. Traditionally, the team that wins the league loses the Charity Shield. Of course, we know that, don't we? I am ready for Friday night. I need a lot of goals. Yes, we're ready for that. I'm doing a watch along. We'll be here live here on Friday night. I'll be here late. 11 o'clock it kicks off where I am. 11 o'clock where I am. I'm putting in the shift, guys. So do you think Amrabat is a priority or Ugarte alone is a priority? I think they're biding their time at the moment in regards to Ugarte and the midfield. I think Ineos are waiting to see what's going to happen with Ugarte. If they don't get Ugarte, then they trigger their loan deal for Amrabat. I believe they'll loan Amrabat again for another season. So let's see what happens with that. But there's a lot going to happen within now and the end of the transfer window, of course. So we may even get another deal done this week. We may even get a third deal done this week. So that is big, of course. Yeah, Zubimendi rejected Liverpool, of course. This is the thing with these rival teams, they're rival fans. They need to get their own house in order before they start talking about who we've signed, who we've not signed, how good our signings are. They need to get their own house in order, of course. Yeah, Sanderberg hasn't been included in the squad for Burnley, I believe. So that could be a sign that he is going to go to Manchester United, of course. I don't know what you think about that, how you feel about Sanderberg signing. It's going to be amazing if we sign out Zubimendi. If Man United sign Zubimendi, imagine that. Imagine they sign him in this window. Imagine they signed him in this window. That would be absolutely hilarious. It would be, honest to God. Next window. No, this window. It might even be next window. You never know. Why not this window? Yeah, we could sign in this window. That'd be, imagine that. Imagine that'll be a one-up on United already over their rivals, Liverpool, of course, you know. But I've been getting tweets. I've been getting a lot of hate online, as they say, hate online in regards to, oh, he's a Spurs signing. Oh, Ligt, Man United are signing Spurs players. Excuse me, mate. Excuse me. Sign some players yourself. Can someone remind me who Arsenal have signed? Can someone tell me who Arsenal have signed? And I'll tell you what level player that is. You know, they're talking absolutely rubbish at the end of the day. They don't know what they're talking about. And they're just jealous in regards to Man United, of course. Very, very jealous in regards to Man United. And at the end of the day, let them hate on. That is the nature of the beast, unfortunately. That's what they do with Man United. Zubimendi don't want to leave the current club. He loves Real Sociedad. Yeah, he does love Real Sociedad. That's one thing about Zubimendi. It's going to have to take a very attractive offer, Man United, to lure him away from Real Sociedad, of course. Now, Man United are preparing another bid for Jarrad Branthwaite. Jarrad Branthwaite, of course, left-sided centre-back, big fan of his. But will the price prove too much? At the end of the day, 60 million is what Man United are offering, and Everton want around 70. So will 60 million be too much for Branthwaite? Now, I'm adamant that's too much money for Branthwaite, of course. I mean, left-sided centre-back, he kind of is needed. We needed backup for Ligt and Martinez. But the thing is, he's too much money. 60 million is too much to pay for Branthwaite. 40 million is the sort of money I'll be looking at. If Branthwaite was 40, 50 million, I would say do the deal, because he's a young player, he's versatile, he's strong. Play for Ajax, play for Everton, obviously an England international, future England international. So I would go after him, in my opinion, I would. But 60, 70 million is way too much for Jarrad Branthwaite. And I'm going to say this now, I don't think Man United should waste their time on that deal. Right now, we cannot afford to be spending money on players that are young, unproven, you know, at the highest level at the end of the day. 40 million is what Jarrad Branthwaite is worth. He's not worth 60 million. If Arteta hadn't won that FA Cup, Emery's team would have been sat. Emery's team, he would have been sat Exactly. There you go. And this is what I'm talking about. Arsenal have been talking about Man United. They haven't won a trophy in 2 years. Arteta won the FA Cup with Emery's team. What has Arteta actually won? They need to concentrate and fix their own house before they start coming to us and talking about the birds and the bees on how good Ligt is, how good Mazraoui is. Like they sit there and watch the Bundesliga every single game. I actually watch the Bundesliga. I know this is a great player. Like we got Mazraoui and Ligt. We got a good deal. The reason they sold them is because basically they need the money. Simple as that. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing? From the Netherlands. Are you from the Netherlands? Morning from the Netherlands. Big up the Netherlands crew. Whereabouts in the Netherlands? Are you from Amsterdam? Are you from Utrecht? Are you from Eindhoven? Where are you from, my friend? Where are you from? Are you from Arnhem? Where are you from? Let me know. Big up Holland. The big Dutch community now at Man United. Of course. Again, we have a tradition of brilliant Dutch players. Of course, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Jaap Stam. These players. You know what I mean? Sniperman, Stephanie, are you a member in United? Sniperman, are you United People's TV PR man? Are you the United TV's PR man? Bundesliga is boring for me. I tend to put it on to when I'm feeling a bit drowsy. I sit down and put the Bundesliga on, and it sort of makes me fall asleep. So it's like a drug, to be honest with you, a sleeping one, not a bad one. But big up United People's TV, by the way. Don't forget to big me up as well when you go on there, if you ever do. I think we should get both Ugarte and Berger. Yeah, I think we should get two as well, mate. Absolutely. But wouldn't it be great if we got Zubimendi? Wouldn't that be funny? Don't you think that'd be funny? I do. Yes, I am, buddy. Yes, definitely. Big up. La Liga Serie A is more competitive. Yeah, it's more competitive now. La Liga Serie A is getting back to where it used to be. It has been in the doldrums for a while now, but yeah, definitely, absolutely. Varane got injured for Como. Obviously signed from United. He got injured for Como. Can you believe it? How's your luck? How is your luck? Do you think Man United needs a round data? What's a round data, mate? I'm not too sure what a round data is. That a new striker that we're after? What's going on? Yeah, by the end of the day, Manchester United are in for Branthwaite. Jared Branthwaite is on Manchester United's radar again. And that leads me swiftly on to Ivan Toney. Manchester United could get Ivan Toney for a discount price, as is his last year in his contract. Man United could possibly pick up Ivan Toney for 40 million. It's a round debtor. Okay, mate, you are one of them. Mate, listen, I'm going to check it out, definitely. What do I think of Man United need a round debtor? I think Man United need a central midfielder. That's who I think we need. If you call it a round debtor, then I'll take that, definitely, absolutely. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, and then Man United are in for Ivan Toney as well. They can get him for a discount price of 40 million euros, which is absolute snip. Because obviously his last year of his contract, he could be leaving Brentford and he wants to go to Manchester United. He's a Manchester United fan. So how would you feel about that if that happened? Lots can happen, of course, within now and the end of the transfer window. So you know, buckle up. It's going to be a mad one. There's going to be a lot of things happening. There's going to be a lot of transfers going on. It's similar to it's similar like a CAM, but more like they do everything. Oh well, okay. So like a handyman sort of thing, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, like a free role kind of player. Play, market, press, and defend it. Yeah, it's a free role, guys. We've been playing that for years, mate. We used to have players like that at Man United back in the 90s. Players who do everything, you know, and majority of our players did everything back in the day. We had a round debtor, 11 round debtors on the pitch, mate. Even Peter Schmeichel was a round debtor back in the day, of course. So at the end of the day, we've had players like that. The players have to work hard for the team, and they should do more than one role: tracking back, defending, pressing, scoring. That's what football's about. At the end of the day, if you're going to win, you need everyone on the same page. And it's not bad. It's decent. It's hard work, though. You're going to have to work at it, and you're going to have your fitness. Your fitness is going to have to be top notch, of course. Now I'm going through all my tweets and stuff, and I've been reading all these tweets, and people want to bring it down on Man United's transfer dealings in regards to Ligt. I can't wait for Ligt to start the season on Friday. I can't wait for him to play against Fulham on Friday. It's going to be an absolute brilliant atmosphere at Old Trafford, of course. First game, it could be his first game for Man United. He's ready as well. Xerxes ready as well. absolutely brilliant. We're very excited about the Friday's game. I'll be doing a watch along, so we'll be here in all its glory watching the game, guys. Absolutely. Sniper Man, do you think Man United players like Rashford are lazy now? I think they are, yeah. I don't think they run as much as they can. And let me give you an example, right? I was going for Man United. I've been going to Man United games since the late 80s, 90s, 1990, I think was my first game. And let me go take you back to Sir Alex Ferguson games. Sir Alex Ferguson, when the players would walk off the pitch, they would have sweat dripping down their face. There was famously Patrice Evra was sick on the pitch. That's how much he ran on the pitch. Nowadays, the players look the same when they're walking off the pitch as they do when they walk on the pitch. That tells you everything you need to know, really. They don't run enough. They don't press enough. We know they don't. Certain players in that team don't do enough. If they want aspirations on challenging for titles, etc., I don't think personally that they run enough. I don't think they press enough. Absolutely, I don't think so. I hope the Ligt and Mazraoui don't get injured. Me too. They will love that, the media, won't they? The media would love to jump on that. They'll love to jump on that if the players got injured. Oh, I told you. They'll love to do the I told you thing, won't they? I'll not be able to watch that season opener game. Oh, no. Why not, mate? Why not? First game of the season it's the big one. Do you know what I mean? It's the big one. Good morning, Evovo. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Randy, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning. Stephanie, for years, United never needed a left-footed, left-sided centre. Bruce, Palace, Johnson, Stam, Rio, Vidic. Suddenly we get Licha, and it's important. Left back ideally needs to be left-footed for me to give team balance. It does need to be balanced. And one criticism of Sir Alex Ferguson is that he rarely concentrated on balance, But the majority of his team was balanced. We had Ryan Giggs, David Beckham. Ryan Giggs on the left-footed, Beckham on the right-footed, Keane right-footed. So and at the end of the day, he did have the majority of the team, which was balanced. I believe it is not as important as people think, but as a defender, when I was growing up, I was a defender. It's always more natural to defend if you're left foot or left-sided, if you're right foot or right-sided. It's more natural, and it's better for the defensive shape, in my opinion. We didn't always have a good defensive record, of course, Probably right. Good morning, Otek Bay. How you doing? Taiwo, I'll call you Taiwo if that's okay. Good morning. Thanks for joining the stream, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Right. Good morning, Kingdom. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you again. I hope you're well. What's going on in your life? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing well. It's at 12:30 a.m. Oh wow. Okay. Sorry, mate. It's at 11 a.m. 11 p.m. for me. 11 p.m. For me, yeah. Do you think Shaw fits the role mentioned? I don't think so. Luke Shaw he's got a massive season next season. Of course, he's got a big season coming up. We cannot accept any passengers anymore. And I said this a few times this week. Luke Shaw needs to prove his fitness this season. He needs to play more than half the games. Of course, he'll probably play a handful of games like he did last season, then disappear again. We don't want that to happen. We don't want him to play until the transfer window closes and then he gets an injury again. Luke Shaw seems to miraculously find his fitness when England are concerned. Now it's time he tries his best to find his fitness for Man United. Because at the end of the day, he was fit enough to play for England, but whenever Man United, we need him, he's never fit enough to play for Man United. Luke Shaw really needs to pick it up next season. I'll give him one more season. If he doesn't pick it up, if he's injured again and he misses half the games, then we shouldn't be carrying these players anymore. And don't get me wrong, I rate Luke Shaw. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he is one of the best left backs in the world when fit. But when fit is a big question. How long is a piece of string at the end of the day? Luke Shaw needs to pick it up. Absolutely, definitely. Good morning, Toney. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shaw needs to stop eating junk. Maybe he does eat junk food. Who knows? Maybe he does. I don't watch his diet, but at the end of the day, when you look at players like Garnacho and you look at players like Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, looking after your body and nutrition is very, very important, and his consistency as well. Having a doner kebab is not going to help you in a football game at the end of the day. Meat and chips is not going to help you in a football game at the end of the day. In 1996, England played Germany in the semi-final of the European Championships, right? And a cross came in. Back then, when the game went to extra time, the game went into a golden goal. So the next goal wins, basically. The cross came in from Darren Anderton, and Paul Gascoigne missed a tap-in by 2 inches. He later blamed a doner kebab the night before for missing that chance. That would have took England to the final of European Championships in 1996 and probably would have beat the Czech Republic. But it didn't happen, and Germany ended up winning the European Championships at that time. That's the difference between success and failure. It's fine margins. As David Brailsford said, fine margins. That's what football's about. It's fine margins at the end of the day. Fish and chips. Big up the fish and chips crew. We love fish and chips, mate. Don't talk to me about fish and chips. I'm going to fancy fish and chips very soon. But again, because I haven't had a good fish and chips over here in the UAE for a long time, mate. A long time. Big up Amsterdam. Big up Sanjay. How you doing? You must love it over there. Must be a very nice city to just chill. Definitely. Big up. Unveiling these new players versus Fulham, and hopefully all get game time, will be a great boost for us. It will be. And let the haters hate. At the end of the day, we got emergency meetings on Talk Sport about Man United signings, them crying on the radio, telling us how bad the Ligt is, how bad Mazraoui is, how bad all our signings are. At the end of the day, we got Euro and Xerxes as well. They forgot about to mention those two as well. Euro rejected Real Madrid. Of course, all our players are just Spurs signings. That's what they're saying to try and convince themselves of all our signings are just Spurs signings. They're not great signings, of course, but let them get themselves into a false sense of security. Because at the end of the day, these players are going to be immense for us. Don't worry about that. Big up, Steffi. Thank you. 79 likes. Can we reach 100 likes by the end of the show? Can we reach 100 likes? We need to reach 100 likes, guys. We need to get the numbers up. We need to push to 1,000 views as well. We need to push it. Absolutely need to push the views up as well. Luke Shaw is so injury prone. He'll get injured going to the toilet. He probably is. Yeah, we have to be careful. We have to escort him to the toilet and escort him back. You know what I mean? He needs a nurse, a 24-hour nurse, you know, to be next to him all the time, feeding him his dinner, taking him to the toilet. Exactly. Curtis, what's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, mate. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you here. I see you on Twitter a lot. Good to see you, fella. 1 a.m. Is 1 a.m. where I am in America. You're killing it, Sal. Bro, I'm in the Middle East, so I can't really take the glory too much at the moment. So it's 10 a.m. here. It's a normal time here. But I was in Italy the last month, and I was waking up 7 a.m. to do the stream. So we're you know, I need to give myself a little bit of credit. Big up the America and everything. Are you watching the game on Friday? It's a better time for you on Friday than it is for us because you're behind, isn't it? So the game kicks off 11 p.m. here. For you, it'd probably be 5-6 hours behind, wouldn't it? So it's gonna be a late one for me on Friday. But I'm really looking forward to the game. Hopefully we win that game and we move on from there. But big up, Curtis. Good to see you in the chat, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so at the end of the day, when these pundits want to talk about our players, our new players, the Ligt and Mazraoui, they're really just trying to reassure themselves that everything is, they're bad players. They're not going to do well anyway. They're just scared that Man United are going to come back under this new structure. That's what they really fear. They fear that we're going to come back under the new structure, and they don't want us to come back. Because as someone said earlier in the chat, we ruined their childhoods and we won a lot of trophies and we upset a lot of them. We took a lot of trophies from them, you know. Now, when we're getting hate and, you know, this kind of patronizing advice from rival fans, they give you patronizing advice. Let me just tell you, I think he's not the signing Man United need. What do you care on what Man United need? You don't care what Man United need. Just go and support your own football club. We're not going to listen to you. You don't care. You just want him to foul. We can go out right now and sign the best player in the world right now, and they still say he's a bad player. They still bring up some negatives in regards to that. That's how these rival fans work with Manchester United, of course. Cyberman, anyway, do you play games like Fortnite? If you do, there are skins of Rouse and Kane in that game. Oh, goodness me. I've never played that. I haven't played games in a while, to be honest with you. Although I might down the line do some FIFA streams if you are lucky. But at the end of the day, the last time I played a game, I got smashed in FIFA. I haven't had enough experience in regards to that. I'm pretty old school when it comes to computer games. I'm Street Fighter. I'm that kind of guy. I'm Mortal Kombat sort of guy. I'm FIFA. I do play FIFA, although I'm not very good at FIFA anymore. I haven't played FIFA in a long way. It's EA. What's it called? EA now? Or what's it called? It's called something else now. You see, I'm not on it in regards to that. The last time I played football FIFA with my nephews, I got absolutely thumped. And at the end of the day, I need a lot more practice before I start playing Fortnite and I start playing games, because I won't be very good at it, to be honest with you. Although it's an idea, I should be doing some watch-alongs with computer games, of course. That would be funny. But, you know, you will see an absolutely dire performance from me. Absolutely. I'll go super defensive so I don't concede. I'll probably put 11 players behind the ball. Stephanie, both LVG and Jose criticised Shaw's fitness effort, and Ole brought in Telles to push him. Then Eric Ten Hag got Malacia, not reliable. The thing is, you can see it when Malacia came in. You can see it when Telles came in, that Shaw's levels of his performances did raise, didn't they? They did improve. The thing is, the other players can't keep fit, you know, and that is what's funny about it. It's not funny, but at the end of the day, it's ironic, isn't it? The players we bring in to give Shaw a boost get injured as well. It's like Shaw's accursed, for goodness sake. For goodness sake. At the end of the day, Shaw needs to be fit this season. We hope Shaw's fit this season. If not, we do need to get a Kadioglu in there. And I said it at the beginning, Kadioglu is not going to break the bank. 30 million, I'll get him instead of Branthwaite, because he's half the price of Branthwaite. Get Kadioglu in there and get another player in there who's cheaper. Do that instead of signing a Branthwaite. Kadioglu is versatile, left-sided centre-back, left-sided wing-back. Of course, can play left-sided midfield as well. A brilliant, versatile player, a modern-day player, as some may say. You know, so I would bring a Kadioglu in there. I don't know what you think about that, but definitely would bring a Kadioglu in there myself. But Manchester United seem hell-bent on going after Jarrad Branthwaite, because he's British, of course, Premier League, etc. They want more British players in there. Obviously, it works with the FFP. It does good for the FFP. Now, what do you think about the FFP? My opinion on FFP is that FFP encourages teams to sell their young players, which is not good, is it? I don't think it's good, FFP. I think they need to rethink FFP a little bit, because at the end of the day, teams that are coming up to the Premier League are getting deducted points. How is that fair? How is that helping the smaller teams at the end of the day? It's making it worse for the smaller teams at the end of the day. FFP needs to be revamped, because it's harming the smaller teams. And teams are now more inclined to sell their young players than keep them and give them a chance. This is becoming a little bit of the opposite effect that they try to do. They try to make it out that, oh, it's good for the smaller teams and teams don't spend too much money, but it's actually harming the smaller teams. Leicester City have been said to, they might get a 10-point deduction. Everton might get a I don't care about Everton, to be honest. They are mouthing off. Everton were getting really cheeky in regards to Branthwaite, etc. But now they need the money. Of course, they probably will accept a deal for Branthwaite now that they need the money, because they could be deducted points very, very soon. Now, I believe that FFP doesn't work. I think it is harming the smaller teams. Smaller teams are not getting a chance. Teams are getting deducted points. Smaller teams are getting deducted points. When bigger teams like Manchester City are manipulating the market, they're working around it, like the deal between Atletico Madrid. What was the deal that they did, Atletico Madrid and Manchester City? It was dodgy. 86 likes, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you guys for joining me. 86 likes. Absolute legends you guys are. Let's reach 100. 14 more to 100. Let's get to 100. But in my opinion, I feel like the rules are being manipulated. So if the rules could be manipulated, what's the point of having the rules in the first place? Man City are manipulating the rules with their sales and their signings. There's a deal going on between Atletico Madrid and Manchester City. I don't want to say anything too sinister, but I believe there's something dodgy going on there as well. You know, they're playing the game at the end of the day. But Arsenal are pushing for Kadioglu. This is the thing. We need to go after Kadioglu. We need to make sure that Arsenal do not do that signing, because he is a good left back. Although Arsenal, who do they have at left back? They've just signed a left back, I believe they have. They've got a left back. I don't know if they need him, but the thing with Kadioglu is very, very versatile, and he could play left-sided centre-back, left midfield, left wing-back. I feel like we should really go after that signing, and I've been saying it for weeks. When I was in Turkey a couple of weeks ago, they were saying that he's on his way to Man United, and he should be on his way to Man United very soon. So I'm surprised we haven't done the deal, to be honest with you. I think we should do that deal. I think we should work quickly to get that deal sorted, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, he's a very good player. He's 23 years old as well, had a brilliant European Championships. Turkey were very unlucky not to progress, but he was probably their best player in the team, in my opinion. So we do need to go after that signing and prevent a team like Arsenal or Liverpool signing a Kadioglu, or Brighton want him as well, of course. So we need to prevent these teams from signing him. And then later down the line, if a Brighton did go in for him and sign him, we'll be buying him for 60, 70 million in a couple of years. Of course, we don't want that to happen. We got to get it where it's early. Mourinho will never sell to Arsenal. No, he would never sell it to Arsenal. He wouldn't sell it to Man United, if we're being totally honest. It didn't end too well for him at Man United. I'm guessing that it's his first season at Fenerbahce. I saw him play. Fenerbahce played Demirspor the other day, and it was his first game. And I just believe that he wouldn't want to sell his best player straight away. But if Man United came calling for Kadioglu's head will be turned. Of course, he's going to want to come to Manchester United, of course. But then there'll be a Manchester United tax that they'll probably add on top of already what he's worth, you know. So at the end of the day, I want Kadioglu. I think we should get Kadioglu. I feel we can get him 35 million, which is better than 60 to 70 million for Branthwaite. And Kadioglu is more versatile than Branthwaite. And he's a full international, and he's got experience at 23 years old. I wouldn't miss that deal for the world at the end of the day. He's one of the main players I've been talking about for the last few weeks. I believe he should be playing for Man United. He's a Manchester United player, in my opinion. Now, in regards to even Toney, I don't know about even what you feel about even Toney, but Manchester United have a secret stash of money in their credit somewhere, as they say, in regards to signing a special player by the end of the season, which will get all the Man United fan base on side, of course. There's a lot of Man United fans out there, can you believe it, who are still being negative in regards to Ligt and Mazraoui. I can't quite believe it myself, but there are some out there who are being negative and trying to downplay Mazraoui and Ligt. We have the rivals to do that for us. We have the rival fans and we have the media to do that for us. So don't play into their hands. Otherwise, don't support the club at the end of the day. Adam, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you on the stream. Good to see you. During our game on the Community Shield, I saw some tactical patterns on Onana and defensive line. The intensity in the Premier League is higher. Onana must be careful. Absolutely, Adam. I absolutely agree with you. Onana needs to stop the antics a little bit. He needs to calm it down a little bit with the antics. He needs to speed up his play as well. When he gets the ball, in my opinion, when he gets the ball passing out from the back, he stands still too much. He needs to be a little bit more quicker, a little bit more proactive with the ball. He's very slow. He stops and he slows play down. That's my biggest criticism for Onana, as well as the mistakes that he has in his game. He needs to cut out these mistakes in his game, and he needs to work harder on passing the ball out from the back a little bit more quicker, a little bit more sharper, because it makes the team indecisive. It adds anxiety into the team if you're standing still, indecisive of where you should pass the ball. He needs to do it better. He needs to be quicker. Hayden, how you doing, my friend? Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Show Toney the money. Show him the money. Yes. No, that's an old joke from last season that he had a gambling charge on him. If you see Diary of a CEO, it's a good show. It comes on YouTube. Watch Toney's interview on there. Even Toney's on there. He speaks about that. He speaks highly. He's a very educated lad, actually. Good morning. I'm happy for the Ligt and Mazraoui deal come true. Any update on a transfer? Well, let's get these deals announced. They should be announced today. Manchester United should be signing a third signing, or anything. Some noises should be happening in regards to a third signing this week. Hopefully, it's a midfielder. I'm really hoping it's a midfielder. It looks likely it could be Sanderberg. Sanderberg has not been included in the 20-man squad for Burnley, so that could be a sign that he could be going to Manchester United, of course, but all remains to be seen after these deals have been done. If we get Ugarte, Amrabat and a striker like Toney plus a muscle, we're ready to go. Mate, if we got those signings, we celebrate already. That would be an absolutely incredible window, probably the best window ever, wouldn't it? At the end of the day, we haven't seen a window like that for years, if we ever seen a window like that. The best window I ever saw was when we brought in... who was the player? Karol Bobalski, I believe it was. 1999 was my favourite window. Jaap Stam and Dwight York and Jesper Blomqvist, and that was my favourite window. Just was. He had a great feeling about it. Stephanie, Sal, what do you think of the Premier League bringing hearing date forward for Cheaty 115 to September? Hopefully they finally get punished. Relegation would be sweet. Do you know what? If anyone deserves relegation, deserves relegation, it's Manchester City and their fans. Their fans. A lot of their fans were purchased fans. A lot of their fans were from 2008. So a lot of their fans are glory hunters, a lot of them. So at the end of the day, when they come on my page, they're on my page more than they're on their own pages, because Manchester City don't have any pages of their own. So they come on my page whenever I write a tweet, and then they start talking about how we're rattled, when thousands of them are responding to a tweet. So for me, who the hell is rattled here? It will be an absolute sweet day for the Premier League when Manchester City are docked points or relegated. I, for one, believe they should be relegated. Now, whether the Premier League do that, it remains to be seen, of course, because at the end of the day, something sinister is going on between Manchester City and the Premier League. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. So we hope that they do get their punishment, because at the end of the day, if you're docking a team like Everton 10 points for one charge, what the hell? 115. How many points is that? 1,115? Dock them 1,115 points and bring them all the way down to the National League. That's what they should do. Absolutely. Ugarte news update. Hopefully after today, we should have the announcement of the Ligt and Mazraoui announcement. Obviously, they did their medicals last night. Everything looks rosy in the house, and they went out for a dinner, I believe. So at the end of the day, hopefully after today, tomorrow is a new dawn and a new day, a new breaking dawn, of course, and we will hopefully have news about midfielders as well. The transfer window is not shut. There's a lot to go. There's a lot to happen at the end of the day. Sanderberg looks likely at the moment, but I hope it is Ugarte. Sanderberg's been left out of the Burnley squad, so that could be a telling thing. We need a midfielder, not a striker. We do. In theory, we need both, but midfielder is more priority, yeah. I'm to see De Gea return back to football. It's nice to see De Gea return back to football after a couple of years in the wilderness. It is nice to see him back at the end of the day, and I hope he does well in Florence. Lovely part of the world, signing for them. Surprising, and he's got less wages, of course. That was the best window, Sal. 1999 was the best window. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It weren't only the numbers that we signed, it was the players that we signed. Dwight York, Jaap Stam, Jesper Blomqvist, of course, and those three players. I actually went to Jesper Blomqvist's debut in a reserve game. He made his debut in a reserve game before the season started against Aston Villa, and it was 0-0. I went to that game. I was there. I'm happy to see De Gea return back to football. Yeah, absolutely happy for him. He's a fantastic goalkeeper. Shouldn't have been in the wilderness. He's had a good life, though. At the end of the day, he's a rich man. He's been enjoying his life. He's had a good break. He deserved the break. And at the end of the day, I felt the criticism over the years has been unjust, especially as he was our player of the year for 2-3 seasons, wasn't he? At the end of the day, the criticism wasn't warranted. At the end of the day, he's a world-class goalkeeper. And I hope he does well at Fiorentina, of course. Hayden, Onana is instructed to slow the play down in order to draw the opposition on him. So when the opposition press United, players can beat the press easy where the passing should be fast forward. That is all well and good if the team fall for the trick. You see, if you know that, the opposition is going to know that as well. Now, I firmly believe football is a simple game, and speed is everything for me. Man United have always been known for the speed of their play, always the interchange and the wingers. I mean, I'm old enough to remember Peter Schmeichel getting the ball right and just bowling it out to the wingers, Ryan Giggs or Andre Kanchelskis or Lee Sharp, or David Beckham. I remember those days, when we would be one end of the pitch to the other end of the pitch within seconds, 30 seconds, and the ball would be in the back of the net within 30 seconds. I'm old enough to remember those days, of course. I'm old enough to remember the days of them, and I like that. I like speed of play. I like quick play. For me, it just adds anxiety. It just feels anxious for me. I believe by the morning we should have if we get Zubimendi, boy, that is going to be a hell of a signing, because at the end of the day, he's just rejected Liverpool. And if Man United did happen to get Zubimendi, that would put pressure on him, of course. If he goes to Anfield, I wouldn't want to be Zubimendi at Anfield at that time. But at the end of the day, we'll take that as sacrifice to have Zubimendi, a fantastic player. And one that I want to say is that you have to commend him for his loyalty. Rare today is loyalty, of course, in football. People follow the money. He's opted to stay with Real Sociedad instead of taking money. Of course, he could have took more money at Liverpool, but he chose not to. Loyalty is very rare these days, and it should be cherished. Zubimendi is a fantastic player. We'll love him at Man United, but at the end of the day, he looks like he loves Real Sociedad, and you have to say fair play. At the end of the day, you have to give him his plaudits. At the end of the day, he rejected Liverpool, which is obviously they're a bigger club than Real Sociedad. It's big. Yeah, big up, Mark. Yeah, exactly. It's rare these days, and of course we want Zubimendi, we want players like that, but you also have to applaud them for showing loyalty, because it's rare these days. Of course, we had Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, David Beckham, Gary Neville, all these players who are very loyal to Man United, and you know, it's rare these days. People just follow the money, unfortunately, these days. Big up, Mark. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, Francesco Totti as well. Absolutely. He could have went anywhere in the world. Alexandro Del Piero got relegated with Juventus because of the charges. They got relegated. He stayed at Juventus. Pavel Nedved stayed at Juventus. These are absolutely incredible players. Sir Alex Ferguson asked about Del Piero when they got relegated. And he said, I have to help my team get promoted back to where they belong. That is what you talk. That is loyalty at the end of the day. That is loyalty. Love it. Good morning, Steph. Thank you. Yes, 90, 10 more to 100 likes, guys. Come on, guys. You can move it up. You can move it up. You can move up, guys. Come on. We can get it to 100. Let's get it to 3 digits, guys. Need to get the numbers up. Need to get those subscribers up. We need to get it up to 4,000 subscribers. Last time I checked, I was on 3,065. Let's hope we can get it more up there and get it to 3,100. Let's get it to 3,100. If we can get it to that by the end of the week, we're absolutely delighted. We need to move up to 4,000, guys. But thank you, Steph. Thank you all everyone in the chats who are pushing the video and pushing the channel. You guys are absolute legends in the community, of course, absolute legends. Let's build it up and let's challenge the power that be. Now, yeah, in regards to Zubimendi, now, of course, he's rejected a couple of teams now. He's rejected, I believe he's rejected Chelsea and Arsenal as well. So, I mean, that looks like he won't come to Man United if he is rejecting those teams as well. Unless he's a big, staunch Manchester United fan, I don't think he will come to Manchester United. I think he loves Real Sociedad too much. But if it did happen, of course, we can dream. If it did happen, what a slap in the face that would be to Liverpool. Now, I take it back to the tweets that I was reading earlier in regards to rival fans, basically trying to reassure themselves that Ligt and Mazraoui are bad signings, they're poor players, they didn't work out Juventus, didn't work out at Bayern. The problem is we're having, and the ex-pros as well, we're having a very, very silly opinions on media at the end of the day. They're not doing their research. And this is shocking at the end of the day that they're not doing their research. Even some of our own fans are not doing their research. They're not looking into the facts. The Ligt was one of Juventus' best players. For goodness sake, COVID happened and he had to go at the end of the day. And Bayern Munich, he was their best player, was in their team of the year as well. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, he got dropped for Dyer. No, he played alongside Dyer. Why are they not doing their research? And it's just making them look absolutely more stupid than they already look at the end of the day. Hit a like, guys. Thank you, Randy. Big up, everyone. Big up, Mark. Big up. And don't forget to support every single channel on this community. We're building our own community. We're building a new community that's going to come up and it's going to challenge the powers that be, the people that are too arrogant to support anyone else but themselves. We need to build it up and support us. You know, us lot, us as a community, we are the new community. We are the new family here. Big up, Sakiru. Hamzat, how you doing, my friend? Where are you messaging me from today? It's good to see you here, guys. 8 away from 100 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get there. Let's get to 100 likes. It's so important to get to 100. Let's get to the 3 digits, of course. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to smash a like. Subscribe to get me to 3,100. Can I get to 3,100 by the end of the week, guys? Do you think I can do that? On the way to 4,000. Hopefully, I'll get to 4,000 subscribers when the season starts. Hopefully, we can get there. But time is fast approaching to the Fulham game. Manchester United are playing Fulham on Friday, of course. Massive game. 11 p.m. kickoff where I am, of course. 8 p.m. kickoff in the UK. I hope that we will see De Ligt, and I hope that we see some minutes from Mazraoui as well. Most likely they'll be on the bench, of course, because obviously they haven't been implemented into the side. And I don't think Ten Hag is the kind of guy who would take a risk on them. It'd be great to see them start, but my opinion is that he probably will leave them on the bench, to be honest, guys, I think. To be honest with you. Let me have a read of this. Michael, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Let me just read this comment for you. Yeah, morning, bro. We need quiet about Chido. What's happening? We are making a lot of noise about the 4 signings. Tell me more about the 5th. Chido is there, mate. Chido is there. We're just waiting for clearance, basically, because he's a young player. So I believe we're waiting for some sort of clearance. So if someone could clear up in the chat, Manchester United have signed Chido more or less. He is a Manchester United player, more or less. There's nothing been confirmed yet, of course. We're waiting on financial fees and stuff, that compensation to go to Arsenal, for example. We need to sort that out, and we're working that out with them. So hopefully he should be a Man United player very soon. Morning, Afro Soup. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you here again. Excuse me. Right. Ineos, where's the ruthlessness when we're starting Rashford on the left, Frank, Sancho? Still not impressive. Maguire and Lindelof are still playing. I know, mate. I know. The ruthlessness does need to come in next season. We need to show more ruthlessness next season. I absolutely agree. Excuse me. Maguire, Rashford especially needs to pick it up next season. 100%. He needs to pick it up. He needs to move on, and he needs to start doing things and stop. The one thing about Rashford is a big season for him this season, and he has to perform this season. I'm not taking any prisoners this season. I'm not taking this nonchalant attitude on the pitch, shrugging his arms and slowing the play down. It needs to be intense next season, and he needs to show us how his ability. We can't be carrying anyone next season, and that is what we have to say about that. De Ligt had COVID, and it's not exactly, mate. Exactly, and that was one of the reasons he was sold to Juventus. There was lots of multi-layered problems. He went from Juventus to Bayern Munich. He went from an elite team to an elite team. I don't know what's the problem. People are acting like De Ligt went from Juventus to Torino. They're acting like, they're making me laugh at the end of the day. They're trying to convince themselves 5 Cantonars away, 6 Cantonars, 7 Cantonars, and 4,000 subscribers by Christmas. Thank you. 4,000 subscribers by Christmas. 5 Cantonars by the end of the week, but we have 4,000 Cantonars by Christmas. We hope. Big up, guys. Big up, Alex. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you here again, my friend. Good morning, everyone. The family is in the house. The family that is in the house. Who's on the next hit list, Sal? Ugarte, we hope so, my friend. We hope Ugarte is the next one through. Of course, we have to wait first for the announcement of De Ligt and Mazraoui. It still wasn't 100%. It almost is over the line. Did their medicals yesterday. Everything looked hunky-dory. So the announcement for Manchester United should occur today, hopefully. After that announcement has been done, we hope that we move on to the midfield, which could be Ugarte. Although news is that Sander Berg is not in the Burnley squad this week. So at the end of the day, what you make of that is what you make of that. Is he going to be a Man United player? I prefer Ugarte myself, but I'll support whoever we sign. But Ugarte should be the one, or Zubimendi, of course. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, hope we don't sign him, injury problem. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is very overrated, Kevin. I don't rate him at all. Never have rated him. Augustin, Onana should be careful with his penalty kicks. Ineos are smiling and decide selling him. Yeah, I mean, Onana needs to be serious at the end of the day. Look, I don't mind antics and a penalty kick. Of course, you have to gain an advantage somehow. Try and get an advantage in the penalties. As a goalkeeper, it's difficult. But I think when you do that, it leaves yourself open, to embarrassment. And I don't think you should leave yourself open to embarrassment, because it's hard enough as it is. I think McTominay will only move after Fulham fixture. Of course, we don't want McTominay playing against Man United, because you can just read the story, can't you? You can just read how it goes. 99 likes. One more year. Remember, after 1999, we won the league 3 times in a row. So, guys, 3 more likes. One more like, guys. Thank you so much. I absolutely appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Heaven's missing an angel. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. There's some good people in this world, few and far between, and it's always important that we appreciate all the good people in this world to show you support. Absolutely. McTominay shouldn't go now that we've got the signings. It depends if we get a midfielder. I do believe that McTominay should be sold if we do get a midfielder because he won't get enough game time. If it's between selling McTominay and bringing in a midfielder, a new midfielder like Ugarte, for example, I will opt to sell McTominay, in my opinion. How are you, my man? Good to see you. Undeniable, Dylan. You're undeniable every single morning, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm absolutely fine. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing? 101 likes, guys. Thank you so much, guys. 100. I don't know how you do it. I don't know what or you. Numbers up. We need to move this video up to like the 1,000 mark. We need to move it up, and we need to let me. I'm a bit. My network's gone off a little bit here. Hold on. Let me just get this. I've slowed down. Can you see me? I'm moving now. I think big up, guys in the chat. Can you? If I'm good, guys, let me know. The internet. Crashed my internet. 1 second. I'm back, guys. Can you see me now? If I can, I like it twice. Yes, thank you so much, guys. Sorry about the slight technical delay. UAE. Of course, it is the internet over here is not the best sometimes. Hoping for the best season, guys. Alex, yeah, the internet, of course, the notorious Saudi internet, of course. Basically, in the UAE, it does do that sometimes. It does crash sometimes, and that's what it is. What about the rumours about Evan Ferguson? How true is it? Anything concrete? Nothing is concrete at the moment in regards to Evan Ferguson. He's going to request a lot of money, of course. That Evan Ferguson will 60, 70 million. Again, it's a lot of money for a young player who's relatively unproven. Fantastic talent, of course, but relatively unproven, of course, in the Premier League terms, of course, in an elite level. So we can't be paying that sort of money for unproven players. I absolutely rate the player. He reminds me of a young Wayne Rooney, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, the money that they're requesting for him is a little bit too much. Man United are offering like 50 million. That is too short. They're not going to let him go for that price, of course, never in a million years. So at the end of the day, we have to be smart when we're spending our money. We do need a midfielder in there, and the midfielder, I would pull it towards an Ugarte. If we can afford a Branthwaite, why don't we go after Ugarte and get him over the line, because he's what we need at the end of the day. He is. And let's see what happens. The transfer window should be very interesting this next couple of weeks. Of course, it should be very interesting. Let's see what happens, of course, in regards to the transfer window. Could be a surprise. I said there'd be one surprise in there. I said there'd be a transfer there. I said there'd be one transfer that you won't expect. I still believe that before the transfer window shuts, there'll be that one transfer that you look at and go, wow, Man United have pulled that off. I believe there could be that coming very, very soon, of course. If that happens, you can thank me later. Thank me later. It's all about Man United at the end of the day. We're not about egos on this channel. We're not like other channels. Of course, we're about Manchester United, and Friday is what matters, and Manchester United need to go in the game on Friday and absolutely smash it. Absolutely smash it. Guys, we've reached over 100 likes. You guys are absolute legends, absolutely brilliant. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Please don't forget to get the subscriptions up. Need to move those subscribers up and get it moving, get it. What's the story, even Toney? What's the story, Morning Glory? In regards to even Toney, Manchester United could get a discount price in regards to even Toney in his last year of his contract. Man United are coming in with a £40 million pound offer in regards to even Toney. Can they get even Toney for £40 million? If they got even Toney for £40 million, I would eat my microphone. I would definitely eat my microphone for you guys live. No, I'm not. I will not eat my microphone. But at the end of the day, it's my only microphone I've got at the end of the day. I don't want to eat my microphone, otherwise it'd be terrible, wouldn't it? At the end of the day, Man United are going in with an offer of 40 million from the credit that they have in the bank, the secret stash of cash in the bank that Man United have. So let's hope that something surprising happens. Of course, there is great news today. We have the announcement of Mazraoui and Ligt immediately. That's good news. And obviously, that moves us on swiftly to the next signings that we need. My choice, left back and midfielder. We need a left-sided centre-back, left-back, midfielder. I would go after Kadioglu and I'll go after Ugarte. That is my choice. I think if we sign those two players as well, I think we're relatively good. We're relatively good, and we can do without a striker. But if we signed Toney on top of that, my goodness me, what a transfer window that would be. That'd be an absolutely incredible transfer league. Mona, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing? Mazraoui is a really good. I don't know why people don't talk about him, because they want him to fail, because they never heard of him, and they haven't really watched Bundesliga too much, and they just want him to fail. This is their problem. People hate on United, and they just because he's not a household name, just because he's not £100 million player, they want to hate on him. And of course, because he signed for Manchester United, that's why they want to hate on him. Of course. When will the announcement? Hopefully today. By the end of the day, we'll get an announcement. The medicals are all done, so it's a foregone conclusion. So what they do now, today they'll go to Old Trafford and take pictures, etc., of the kit and everything like that. Official pictures this time, not fake ones. Today or tomorrow. Yeah, it'd be today, I think. I think it'd be today. Definitely Champions League next season. Hopefully, yeah, mate, we need to challenge this season. We need to challenge. And we just show them who we are. We're Manchester United at the end of the day. We should be challenging for titles. Do you know what I mean? Major titles. Hayden, some fans say we don't need a striker, but when we finished third, many teams who finished below us scored more goals than us. Then we buy 20-year-olds who are 16 games without a goal. Look, at the end of the day, we do need an experienced striker, Hayden. I think we do. I think obviously we do need a midfielder first, and we do need to sort out a defence, of course, which was a big problem last season. But the elephant in the room is our strikers, because at the end of the day, we had a minus goal difference last season, and we do need to score goals. So if we sign Toney, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Ineos do pull that deal off, because I believe Ineos do believe we lacked goals last season, and we did. It's pretty obvious. Factually, we lacked goals last season, and we do need a goal scorer who's experienced, who knows where the goal is, who's a presence as well, a personality, who can put the ball in the back of the net. At the moment, we don't have anyone who is proven to put the ball into the back of the net consistently, and that's the problem. But let's wait and see what happens on that front. There's still 2 weeks of the transfer window to go. Anything can happen. The disrespect we get for De Ligt and Erik Ten Hag is annoyed. I know it annoys me as well, mate. I mean, let them hate on. Let them hate. The biggest thing, I expect it from media outlets. I expect it from TalkSport. I expect it from ESPN. I expect the hate from them. That's what they do. We cause them a lot of pain in their life, Man United. But what I don't expect it from is the so-called fans out there, you know, of Man United. I don't expect that of them. At the end of the day, a lot of them have big egos, and their egos were hit last season, and they care more about their egos than their actual football club doing well, which is disappointing, to be honest. As a Man United fan for 4 decades, I've never seen such Man United fans in my life, if they can call themselves Man United fans. We need to support the manager, and we need to support the players who are coming in. Certainly not too young. Let's hope that they move on this season. Haaland has 1 year in his belt. Xerxes not that young. He's played obviously at Atalanta. He's done things in Europe, of course, Bayern Munich as well. He is quite experienced, 23 years old, I believe. So he's more experienced than our strikers at the moment. So Xerxes, Premier League experience. In regards to Premier League experience, we do need someone who's proven to put the ball in the back of the net consistently. None of us strikers are proven to put the ball in the back of the net consistently. I believe Højlund will be that guy, but I don't think he's quite ready to score 20, 30 goals a season. Yeah, anything for clicks, mate. That's what they do. At the end of the day, they're made to look pretty silly. last season, and their ego's been hit, and unfortunately, and they're covering it up. So any little crumb that they find against Ten Hag, they're going to try and justify their points last season, because at the end of the day, they're proven wrong last season, and they're going to try and justify that they were right all along. That's what they want to do this season, of course. That's what they want to do. Frankie de Jong still talks about him coming. I don't think it's true. I don't want Frankie de Jong. As I said many times, he had his chance to come to Man United, and he denied. He rejected us. So I don't want him coming to Man United. Absolutely not. I prefer a different player to de Jong. Any player. I'll even prefer a young player to de Jong, because at the end of the day, when we needed him, he didn't come to Man United. He rejected us, made us look stupid in front of the media, and that's unacceptable. And we don't forgive that. And he can just stay and rot at Barcelona. All I care. I don't care about de Jong. He's a boring player, overrated as well, overpaid as well. Guys, it's been an absolutely brilliant show. Sorry about the technical difficulties slightly. Of course, sometimes the internet cuts out, but I'll be back later on for Chatterbox if nothing else breaks. I will, if it does break, I'll be live with you guys to be here. Like yesterday, we were live and we had celebrated the transfers of Ligt and Mazraoui. The announcements today, the transfer's already done. It should be announced properly today. Hayden, too many Play FC supporters in football these days. Yep, keep having to remind people this is Manchester United and no player's bigger than the club, as Sir Ferguson used to say. Precisely. As soon as Ten Hag upset Sancho, the Sancho fanboys came out crying, didn't they? That's what it was. And the Pogba fanboys came out crying, of course. Eric the Red will show them who is the king of Old Trafford. And on that note, absolutely, next season is Eric's season. Eric's season is Manchester United season. I have a good feeling about this season. I hope you do too. And it starts on Friday, guys. We hope we get the win. We start with a win. Regardless, I know I want us to get a thumping win. I know I want us to have a magnificent performance. But at the end of the day, it's just about the win on Friday. Hopefully, we get to see Ligt, Xerxes, Mazraoui, these players on Friday. Hopefully, we get to see them in the game. And hopefully, we win the game handsomely and we have a good performance. And we move on to the next game. And hopefully, by the time we play Liverpool at Old Trafford, we're in good form and we're confident and we sweep Liverpool off the park, and Ernie Slot, whatever he is, Ernie Slot can go back to Merseyside with his towel between his legs, because that's what it's about. Forget Liverpool, it's all about Man United. Forget Arsenal, it's all about Man United. Forget Man City, it's all about Man United next season. Let's hope, let's keep the belief, let's stay positive. Hello, Hussein, how you doing, my friend? Let me just quickly read this one. I'm about to play. I'm about to play, and Tito Omi. Hopefully, we get those players through the door very quickly, and they are confirmed as Manchester United players. It should all be done and dusted this week in regards to Tito Obi. We're just sorting out a financial package with Arsenal, of course, compensation and all that. We have to make sure that we do things legally, because, you know, Arsenal are going to be crying. Arteta's going to be crying with his facelift. Of course, he can't cry with his facelift. It's going to destroy his facelift. We don't want that happening, do we, guys? Absolutely not. Now, on that very serious note, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to smash a like. It's been a brilliant show. You guys are absolute legends in the chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I shall see you for Chatterbox at 2 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Central European time. Wherever you are in the world, I'll be here for Chatterbox later on. Keep the notifications on, so whenever I go live, the notifications get... you get a notification through and you know I'm live, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are absolutely... Irfan, I haven't seen you here today. Big up, Irfan. Good morning. I hope you have a good day. And I shall see you later probably for Chatterbox, and we'll have a good chat. Hopefully, we'll get the announcements today of Ligt and Mazraoui. That's first things first. And then we move on to other signings, guys. Thank you so much. Absolute legends. Don't forget to subscribe. Smash a like. Put your notifications on. Click the video. Whatever you want to do, guys. Absolutely brilliant, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. Peace.